Hello, this is Uncle Jim. I got my butt kicked this morning because we got a lot of snow last night. And I got the family out. They're at this store right now. And that's our last chance for a little bit because by Saturday morning we could have a foot of snow. And the sidewalls are already building up. So we got to get the tractor out. All right. So I got my butt kicked. But I thought I'd do this video on some of my son's Christmas presents. He got really spoiled this year, and hey, like me and my wife says, we can't take it with us, so might as well spoil the boy. So, yeah. Under the Brandon administration, we're getting our ass kicked in our investments right now. But we can't take it with us. So, anyway, here's one thing. The son wanted a dot for his dagger pistol that he got with his AK as a package deal. Everything was on sale. And let's see, he wanted like a circle dot Holosun because this has the footprint. You don't need plates or anything for it. And Lakeview Outdoors kept nagging, saying, you got to try this. You got to try this sight. And I ran it by the son, and he was like, no, I just want a circle dot. And then a few days later, he's like, no, I want this. So Lakeview Outdoors, you were right. He wants this. This is a great training site, or a good site for if you have different guns with different grip angles. It will self-train you to center the dot or the V in this case. So this has a V, and this is the Holosun HS507C times 2 Vulcan, ACS Vulcan, okay? And so them and Primary Arms got together and did a little V notch, okay? And it's just like my Trijicon 2.5 power scope that I have on my Bullpup, the AUG clone. And I really like that because it has a V instead of a dot. And you can do center of mass, you can do the top of the V, you can do the bottom of the V or the middle of the V, and it gives you all different ranges, and it's super easy. So he decided to try this on a pistol. We might have to take it outside. Yeah, that looks like a dot right now. All right, this has shake awake. Lots of battery life, but there's a little V in there. Now, if you see the circle, you're wrong. All right, so if you see that, the whole thing about this is you're not using the circle. The circle is telling you you're not centered. All right, maybe we'll have to take it outside because inside this looks bad. But anyway, if you see that circle, you're not centered, and it makes it really fast, especially if you have different grip angles where you're just doing this. See, right now, I'm off. So if I go like that, I'm centered, but you're not supposed to see that circle whatsoever. And when you're out further, you won't see the circle, and that just automatically centers you. And it's a great training device, or if you have different grips, like this grip angle's different than my Glock 19. It's a nice little carry site. So Lakeview Outdoors, he really likes this now, and we're gonna have to sight her in and do all that stuff. But see right there, I'm off. Get that centered. All right? You're not supposed to see the circle whatsoever. Maybe I'll take it outside so you can see that better. Maybe not. All right. So we like that. We love the Dagger pistol. I like it better than my Glock 19. And it's, what, half the price when it's on sale? Okay. All right. For the love of Mike, this is almost impossible to show you with my phone here. Can we see anything? Anyway, it's a perfect V, and it's beautiful, and you're not supposed to see the circle. So once you're holding it out, I don't know if I can capture this on camera. No, this ain't gonna work. Anyway, I ran out of patience, but it's a perfect V. It is crisp and clear. It's got a solar backup in case your battery runs out, which lasts forever. I've never carried a sight dot on a carry gun, but this would be one I would choose because, boom, it centers you. Your brain is trained not to see that circle. So, all right, there's that. That was a failure. Okay, so another thing he got was a RS Regulate AK301M side mount for a red dot on his AK. All right, so I really don't like side mounts because they snag against your body when you're laying it against you like this, you know. However, this one is super smooth and it's super lightweight. Okay, it's smooth. You don't even feel the mount. You only feel the dot. It weighs nothing, aluminum, and it's all smooth and there's nothing to snag on you. It's got an excellent locking system, which was torture tested in a million videos. And you also have, okay, so you can adjust it right and left for whatever AK you have, and then you can lock it in. All right, with your mount here, you can go fore and aft. And then you have two screws here after you have it adjusted right and left, fore and aft. Fore and aft not gonna move because of the mount. But you also have the option of pinning it next to the screw holes if you really want it durable and drop it on the ground and everything. I don't know if he's gonna do that or not, but you have pinholes here. You can put roll pins in there and make it forever. All right, so he made a leather wrap for the grip on a regular AK grip, which I prefer. I really like that. He just changed the grip on his 9mm. We'll talk about that. I really do like this mount. It is sleek and it's lightweight and it doesn't snag, so that's awesome. And then I dug around in the drawer and I said, hey, I might have a bayonet for that. And sure enough, I did. So let's see if we can put this bayonet on here. There we go. And so I gave the boy a bayonet. So there's that. He's got that. He can open barbed wire, do whatever he wants. So he's got the option of the bayonet. And I think he's good to go on this one. The only thing he's going to do is he's going to burn some stripes into the stocks. And it's going to look really cool. He also hand forged Sweet Leaf for the safety, so it's easy. All right, he's got Sweet Leaf, he hand forged. And I really like this AK. I bought it for him years ago and I got it cheap. AKs are expensive now. All right, so I wish I could put this side mount on my Norinco, but the Norinco doesn't have a side mount and I'm not gonna put one on because it's a Cadillac. And I'm gonna stick with what Clint Eastwood said in El Torino. So my Norinco's not gonna have the joy of a red dot. So there's that. Problem with the AK is you have a short sight radius. People say they're not accurate. Well, they don't know what they're talking about. You got a short sight radius. Put a red dot on it or a little scope, okay? But anyway, as far as my Norinco goes, I would love to put a side mount attachment on it, which we could do, but I'm gonna stick with Clint Eastwood, what he said in Gran Torino. All right.
Now, which brings us to our last item. And again, please excuse the language in Mr. Kowalski's will. I'm simply reading it the way it was written. And I'd like to leave my 1972 Gran Torino to my friend, Tau Van Loor. On the condition that you don't chop-top the roof like one of those beaners. Don't paint any idiotic flames on it like some white trash hillbilly. And don't put a big gay spoiler on the rear end like you see on all the other Zipperheads cars. It just looks like hell. If you can refrain from doing any of that, it's yours.
All right, so speaking of which, he just can't leave his 9mm AK alone. We love this thing. It is totally reliable. It's super fun. So he added a hater grader top end here. It's comfy. I'm fine with that. And it matches the muzzle brake, so there's that. He added that. All right. And then he put a US palm grip on it. I guess I'm fine with that. I like traditional, but it is comfy. I will give him that. It is comfy. So he did that. And then he just couldn't leave it alone. He put mag extensions. And then he 3D printed a coupler. So right now this is holding 100 rounds of 9mm. I was fine with the 32, 35 rounders, just yak the mag or whatever, coupler. I was fine with that, but no, he had to do this. And I was like, what about a drum? And he's like, no, the 9mm drums aren't that reliable. So he went with this. So, you know, see the Clint Eastwood, he's young, he's chop-topping and anyway. So we'll test all that out. And, you know, everything works. It's got the coupler so you can go one to the other real quick. I prefer sticks over drums anyway. Easy peasy. So there's that. And of course, he's got the beautiful Holosun holographic sight on here with the solar backup. I really like that sight. That is great for rifles and stuff. Of course, this has a pistol brace on it, and the ATF has gone rogue right now. They're screwing with the Polymer 80 stuff laws. They just changed their law just now, rewritten it, and they can kiss my ass. So now they're gonna go after the pistol brace. They delayed it till what, January, whatever. And so what I say to them, who is not a voted in agency for the people, is if you want to change the pistol brace law, you pay every one of us back for what we paid. All right, because it was legal by law-abiding citizens when we bought pistol braces. And they won't do that because there's millions out there. So that's what we have to push. You pay us back. All right, I don't care about a free tax stamp. You pay us back, and then we'll talk. You're way over, you've gone rogue, you're way over bounds. I'm gonna stop there because I'm pissed. But it also depends on the states and what they're gonna do, and if they're gonna sue. Our state here, every sheriff I know of is fully behind us on this. Bump stocks, all that crap. So they're not going to enforce it, and we should make it illegal for them to cross the border in our states. All right, anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is a fun little gun. With the ALG Ultra trigger, it's amazing. Okay, I hope he stops playing with this thing because I liked it already the way it was. Except for I do like the trigger and this Holosun. Until next time, keep your freedom, boys. Fight back. I'm at the point where you're going to have to kill me. All right. Because no more. No more. I've had enough. And so is everyone else. Screw these rogue agencies, the FBI, the ATF. Screw them. They're not elected. They have no right. It's unconstitutional. All right.